It's hard to argue against the fact that Weezer have cemented themselves among the greats of rock and roll history. However, any diligent Weezer fan will tell you that not all albums by this wonderful band are created equal. Some are great, while others are much less so. Today, we'll be counting down the top 5 best Weezer albums. At number 5, we've got 2001's The Green Album. While many see The Green Album as one of their weaker records, I think this album is chock full of great melodies and sing-songy choruses. It's one of few Weezer albums not to overstay its welcome at only 28 minutes long, and Oh Girlfriend is one of their greatest songs to date. However, the album can be a little one-dimensional, which is why it only makes number 5 on this list. At the cherished and long sought after number 4 spot is 2007's I Need a Mommy. When this album came out, it polarized audiences and critics alike. It's rare for rock music to be so confessional and yet so infectious. There are classic Weezer bangers in the mix, such as Cousin Love, but those are balanced out by slow, methodical jams, such as the chilling 7-minute government-mandated Girlfriend, in which Rivers digs deep into his political opinions for the first time in the history of the band. Coming in hot at number 3 is 2009's Danimals Man. Man, this is one of the most divisive Weezer albums to date. Many in the Weezer community complain that doing an album in partnership with Danimals constitutes quote-unquote selling out. But me personally, I only care about rockin' tunes that pack an emotional punch, and this album is in no shortage of such a thing. The album comes out the gate with one of Weezer's most bombastic songs to date, the absolutely thrilling I Love My Asian Wife, and finishes just as strong with a tongue-in-cheek track, Fuck the Fans, I'm Rich. Many don't even realize that Danimals Man is a concept album about reaching self-actualization, which is why it makes it to the number 3 spot on this list. Oh boy howdy, we're getting close now, fellas. At number 2 comes 2011's Gonzo. The controversy that this album attracted cannot be understated. The cover donning actor Jesus Payan Jr., who played Gonzo on the hit television network show Breaking Bad, made some fans angry, with some calling it a lazy attempt to leech off of Breaking Bad's success. But if you know me by now, you know that I'm concerned with the real questions. Are the guitars banging? Is the bass sizzling? Are those melodies bopping?
You're goddamn right.
Gonzo was a return to Weezer's more traditional style after years of being more oriented around the mainstream pop sounds of the time. Some have even called it an apology album, with tracks like We Fucked Up, Sorry Fans, clearly making references to the less than ideal critical reception of albums like Danimals Man. This is once again a concept album that goes as far back as Rivers' childhood, with tracks like Got Bullied Today, shining a light on the singer-songwriter's origins. This was one of their most well-received albums in quite some time, with the band immediately promising that they would never give in to the temptations of industry pressure to water down their sound. What's that? You wanted to hear what's at the number 1 spot on this list? Are you sure? Because I have to warn you, it is a little spicy. Yes, of course, I'm talking about the Cool Ranch Doritos album from 2019 being at the number 1 spot on this list. This was yet another controversial release for the band, with many fans and critics citing the decision to partner with Frito-Lay as yet another betrayal. But I firmly believe the fans have made a critical mistake, and that time will exonerate this album. Yes, Weezer was required to reference Doritos in at least 30% of each song's lyrics. But isn't it true that great art comes from limitations? Plus, this may be the most diverse set of topics the band has covered to date, with hard rockin' tracks like Tokyo Poontang revealing the band's dark side, while the more introspective tracks cover the topic of aging and all of its horror. Back Hurt So Good sees Rivers experience sexual nirvana at the chiropractor, while Kids on the Phone critiques social media addiction. Weezer has yet to make an album since, as lead singer and songwriter Rivers Cuomo has joined as a volunteer to the Russian army in its war against Ukraine. Leaders like Vladimir Putin and Xi Jinping praised the 52-year-old man as, quote, brave and, quote, courageous. But President Biden has proclaimed that true American patriots must burn their beloved Weezer collections and move on. In the one and only interview he gave, Rivers simply said, "We must take our country back." That's all I have for you today, fellas. Make sure to click that button and subscribe to Lexim Studio for more great content.